I didn't grow up in the church. I didn't grow up with Bible verses on the wall or people praying for me every night. I grew up in a place where survival came before everything, where people didn't ask, "How are you?" They asked, "What do you need?" Or worse, "What can you give me?" Where I lived, the streets raised most of us. The noise, the tension, the late-night arguments, the police lights flashing through the windows, that was normal. As a kid, I thought I could handle anything. But the truth is, the streets shape you long before you understand what they're doing to you. I started hanging with the wrong people around 13, not because I wanted trouble, but because I wanted belonging. A friend group, a family. People who said, "You're one of us." At first, it was simple, jokes, walking around, being loud, trying to act tough. But slowly, things got darker. The boys I was with started getting involved in things I knew were wrong. Stealing, fighting, intimidating people, dealing. And every time I wanted to step back, one of them would say, "Bro, we got you. Don't worry." Those 3 words blinded me. They made me ignore that little voice inside saying, "This isn't you. You're going somewhere you shouldn't go." Soon, I was in too deep. And when you're deep in street life, you don't even realize how far you've gone until you look back. I wasn't sleeping well. I was always watching over my shoulder. I stopped trusting everyone, even the people I hung out with. Fear became part of my everyday life. But I kept pretending I was fine. That's what the streets teach you. Never show fear, never show weakness, never show emotion. Until one night changed everything. It was around 11:30 p.m. we were out, doing something I shouldn't have been part of. Something illegal, something that could ruin my life forever. I didn't want to be there, but I also didn't want to be the one to say no. Fear of losing people kept me tied to things that were destroying me. While we were out there, something in my chest felt tight, like God himself was squeezing my heart. I didn't know God back then, but I felt something say, "This is your last warning." At first, I ignored it, but the feeling came again, stronger. I suddenly felt sick, like my whole body was rejecting the moment. I told my friend, "Bro, I gotta go home." He laughed in my face. He said, "Since when do you leave early?" But I left anyway. I walked home fast, heart pounding, feeling like something terrible was about to happen. When I got inside, my hands were shaking. I didn't know if it was fear, guilt, or exhaustion. I sat on my bed, closed my eyes, and for the first time in years, I prayed. Not a church prayer, not a religious speech, a desperate cry from a confused teenager.